And I'm back with more dual Destinies. Phoenix and Trucy are investigating the Space Museum. So let's go. And Mr. Cosmos is having fun. Let's see. Where's the exhibit on the launch 7 years ago? There. That's the Hat One exhibit. Oh, wow! Look at the photo of the team. There's Clay, Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, Aura Blackwheel, even Ponko. And I've never seen the woman on the right. Everybody looks so happy. Well, except for Director Cosmos. Let's check out that newspaper article, too. Hat One launch imminent. There's a photo of the space probe. Guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder or the sabotage. They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at the jacket! Must have been the Hat One uniform jacket. It's the same design as the one Apollo was wearing. Actual jacket worn by a team member. Not a replica, huh? I wonder if it was Mr. Starbucks. Hello? Oh, Miss Woods. What brings you here? I heard Athena got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. I thought you might be here at the scene. You must be so worried, but rest assured I'm going to do my very best to defend her. Athena's gone through such a hard time. Hope she doesn't lose heart. Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her. Wait, you mean the Cosmos Space Center? What, you didn't know? She used to live here when she was a little girl. She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she knew so much. Miss Woods, could you tell me about that more in detail? Athena's mom worked here. If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that. But why was a psychology specialist working at a space research center? I don't really know. I do know that she lived and worked here, so Athena lived here too. So it was far from Athena's first time here. Wonder why she didn't mention it. She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory. A sad memory? Can you tell me more about it? There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago. Same time frame as the Hat One launch. Athena's mom, in the robotics lab, she was murdered. Wait, what? After it happened, Athena stopped coming to school. Poor Athena. And all this time, she never let anyone on to it at all. I was so worried about her. I came here so many times hoping to see her. But I never saw her again. After a while, we started exchanging letters, but I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years. And so the first time you saw her was during Professor Court's case. That's right. And I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person. So cheerful and happy. What was Athena like as a child? She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home. It's completely different from the Athena we know now. I can't even picture it. She never left the Space Center much because she was very sensitive to other people's emotions. When she went to crowded places, she'd get dizzy from all the emotions. It must have been hard to hear people's hearts as well as their voices. She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I wonder what kind of research it was. Because of her special ability, Athena couldn't handle being in school very often. I was always out sick because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories. Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role in her in the Space Center. Oh, wait! Show her that picture! Atta girl, good idea. Dang it. I said present. Oh. Duh. It would help if I was still on the present page. Miss Woods, could you take a look at this? Oh, look! There's Athena's mom! The woman on the far right? In the kimono? Oh, the woman on the far right in the kimono. That's Dr. Metis Sykes. Athena's mother's murder. Did it by chance have any connection to the Hat One launch? What? Why, yes, it did. As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch. Just as I suspected. So this was the murder Director Cosmos was talking about. Does that mean the crime prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case. There is? Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods. And please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her. So we need to investigate the robotics lab, and also talk to Athena. I got our plates full, Daddy. Hope we can fill it all before the day's through. The detention center first, then. Gotta see Athena before visiting hours are over. Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer. Fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Detective. You're in business? To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tonate. Wait, the one behind the courtroom bombing? He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about that case. And what he was saying was so incredible, I had to just come over right now and hear from more. Incredible? What was he saying? Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself? Wait, really? Us? You sure? I give you special permission. Here comes the bomber now. You. What nerve you have to come here? You're here to laugh at me, I suppose. I can waste my breath on you. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital. Violence? No. Question? Okay. No violence. Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine. Just answer me this. What is this truth of yours of the courtroom you blew up? No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. My bad. When I killed Detective Arm, there was another person in the room. Wait, what are you talking about? Who else could have been there? I saw it. I tell you. My name is Frank Saw It. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. this person was there and witnessed the murder I committed. What? I didn't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom! You expect us to buy that? Easy there. I don't see any Cyclops, so I guess he must not be lying. Pardon me, I got a little carried away. My bad. But I'm telling you the truth. I did not detonate that bomb. And there you have it. Can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we're doing a follow-up. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though. Man, they're all laid out piece by piece. Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them. Uh-oh, looks like his geek switch has been activated. Yeesh. Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwell's special brand of questioning. Anything but that. I'm afraid I'll have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes. You're gonna see Athena now? That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but you come back later. Well, off I go. What bad timing. Looks like we gotta wait until our questioning's over. And after we came all this way too, well, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy. Alright, sounds like a plan. Robotics lab. Blah, 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 blah. So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge, where people were directed to evacuate via the emergency ladder. So this is where Athena's mother was killed. Speaking of someone who works with robots. Daddy, look! Over there! Oh shit! So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule? Is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura? I wonder what they're talking about. Well, well. Come to spoil our fun, just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trucy and Mr. Wright. If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes. We just came to investigate this lab. Well, this is my lab, so you need my permission if you want to do any snooping. I heard about the trial. Made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out, and your little subordinate, Princess, was in. Case closed. And they all lived happily ever after. Daddy, say something! And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right? Princess, huh? I guess he's talking about Athena. Of course! Athena is innocent! Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet. Apollo, how could you? What's wrong with saying I don't know? It's true. It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate. I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect her? All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Terran? But that's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Oh god. I guess Clay intends to hang around and haunt this princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course. A robot that can see ghosts? You're right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just can't tell frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago. Did you tell me about the incident 7 years ago? Why? Do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in the wound? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask in return? Well, I'd like to hear about the incident too. It'd help me understand the current case better. Wait, Paula knows about the case too? Well, if you're the one asking. Come on, hunk of junk! You tell the story. But Miss Aura, that's private information. If you won't talk, I will just have to make you talk. Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me! I'm ready to utilize my blast processing abilities to impart all available information. Wow, what a magic trick! It's like a completely different robot now. The bodies of all the robots that came through this lab were designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then. That's what you say, Clunko. And then our hearts were created by the great genius Dr. Metis. Hearts? Robots with hearts, can you even make such a thing? Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Metis. She just glanced over at her desk. Nobody could continue her research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now the two navigational companions are all left of Metis here on Earth. The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? We built the ultimate creations, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Miss Aura, would you like a tissue? Ah! Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk. Tonko was an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain and I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their body. Wait, what do you mean by that? Ow! The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals. So I can do pretty much anything I want to them. I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. But why are you people looking into the old case now, anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of the incident might be the same person in this one. So Daddy's gonna find out who killed Dr. Sykes, too. I'm sure you're aware of who Metis' killer is. Prosecutor Blackwell, or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure now. But that's exactly what I'd like to hear from your side, just to help be sure. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, to give him an edge in court. Prosecutor Blackwell's forte. His infamous power of suggestion technique. Exactly, and he was oddly serious about it. Rather than a teacher-student relationship, he treated her more like a loyal samurai would treat their sovereign. Wait, seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess anyway? Well, she is Metis' daughter, although she's nothing like her, besides. Doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. Duh. So the culprit behind the two cases could be the same, huh? That settles it then. What does it settle? None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people gonna hang around in here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around. You think you can just walk in, waltz in, and ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant. That poor robot. We're not the police, so we don't have one? Then get out! Now! Clonco, show them out. Certainly, Miss Aura. Ah! Ow, don't push! My apologies, I'm just following orders. Ow! It's rude. Ow! What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude? Guess that's just how she is. Why was Apollo going along with her? I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay just like Aura lost Dr. Sykes. I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. I guess that's true. Does that mean he's just usually silly and dorky? I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Wait, Trucy, come back! She's gone. Now, what do I do now? Detective Fulbright's still questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office. Alone. But before I do that, I'll call this an episode. Wait. More questions for Cosmo. No. I wonder why that says that, because I've already done those. But I know that something really cool is going to happen in the next episode when I go back to the office. So that's why I'm saving it for its own episode.